As I say, I work in ICEX, ICEX Invest in Spain. For those of you who are not familiar with the institution that you haven't heard of us, ICEX is a public corporate entity and in the Ministry of Economy and Competitiveness. And basically what we do is try to support the Spanish companies in their internationalization process. And also we work to promote foreign direct investment in Spain. And that's precisely what we do at Invest in Spain. We work to attract, promote, and retain foreign direct investment here. And we do it basically by providing advisory services to our two types of client. First client, the foreign investor that is looking for good investment opportunities here in Spain. And the second type of clients are the Spanish companies that are looking for an international strategic partner to help them grow its business in Spain. For the first type of client, the foreign investor, what we do is provide advisory services in a wider range of issues that are key for its decision-making process, from tax issues, visas, labor market issues, tax incentives, all those key issues that would, balance in its decision-making process. And to do that, we work very closely with different departments in the administration, all those parts of the administration that are responsible for its specific issue. And of course, we also work very closely with the regional and local authorities. That's for one type of client. For the Spanish company, the main advice and the main service that we provide is connectivity. We help the Spanish companies connect with those international strategic partners, which by means of a merger and acquisition, a joint venture, or whatever the form is, will help them grow their business in Spain. And it is within that goal and increasingly aware of the key role that innovative startups play in an economy to improve its productivity, to stay competitive, and to grow in an increasingly globalized world, that we have come up with a new line of activity that is aimed at contributing to enlarge and give density to our startup ecosystem by bringing foreign talent, by bringing innovative-driven projects to Spain. We have shaped this new line of activity in a new program, Rising Startup Spain, that I will present in a minute. And the rationale for the program is very simple. The larger, the more global, or the more diverse it is the pool of talent that we can put together, the larger would be the number of corporations, investors that would be attracted by that talent, by those investment opportunities, bringing with them economic growth, job creation, ability for our startups to take off. That's it's mainly the rationale. But to take the decision to launch this program, we also look at all those startup ecosystems that are larger and that are more mature from our neighboring countries, London, Paris, Stockholm, Tel Aviv, of course, Silicon Valley. They all have each specificities, differences, but they also have a lot of similarities. And one similarity and a common element of their success was that they were able to attract foreign talent. And that's what we want to emulate. We want to emulate those programs that are working and that are key for the success of a startup ecosystem. So let me give you, in a nutshell, what are the key features of this program. Well, Rising Startup Spain is a 6-month program targeted to 3 profiles of potential beneficiaries. First of all, the foreign startup or foreign entrepreneur that is considering testing their products in another market, and Spain could offer a very interesting opportunity to set up and open a shop. That's the first profile. Second profile are those non-resident Spanish entrepreneurs that had to move abroad and that might be thinking of coming back. So for them, this program is also targeted to. Third profile, all those graduates from top-notch Spanish business schools that have finished their program and they want to stay here. They have a project, they have a business plan, and they want to grow it in Spain. So for them too, the program is also targeted. So what are the benefits of the program? Well, first of all, we offer a full package to facilitate and support your landing in Spain. First of all, we offer a fast-track access to a visa. not only for the entrepreneur, but also for the partner of the entrepreneur, so they could both work. And that's a very important point. Actually can make all the difference, the fact that not only the entrepreneur, but the family is also able to work. The visa will be given for 1 year, and if the entrepreneur is able to show that after 1 year the business is still up and running, they will have access to a resident permit of another 2 years. So that's, I think it's very, very interesting. We say we offer a fast track because in the selection panel, we'll have sitting at the table the Ministry of Economy and also the Ministry of Employment and Social Security. So whenever they decide the winning projects, they will also have been satisfied that the conditions to have the visa are already met. So for the winning projects, in 20 days, they will have their visa. So that's very, very interesting. Second benefit, it's free working space for 6 months in Madrid and Barcelona, in two of the most attractive hotspots in both cities, Barcelona Activa and Madrid International Lab. Third benefit, we offer 10,000 euros. That's a very small amount of money, but just to help you guys in the initial expenses to set up here in Spain. And third benefit that we offer and that we think is particularly interesting is an instrumental mentoring on financing resources. We will put you guys a mentor that will help you to get acquaintance, to get to know a little bit better all the financing resources that you will have available or that you could tap on once you finish your incubation process or while you are in the incubation process, from the public side and from the private side. From the public side, the mentor will give you relevant information about all those public financing lines that are better suited to your specific project, and it will help you navigate on the always uncharted and complex waters of a public administration. They're difficult for nationals, so imagine for people coming from abroad. So he will take you by the hand, so to give you relevant information. Second, on the private part, he will elaborate a program for you to help you connect with venture capital, with business angels. He will elaborate with you a program where you could present, where you could pitch, where you could, have bilateral meetings, where you could expose yourself and of course, the project you have. So that's what we mean by mentoring in financing resources. And that's basically the benefits of the project. The selection process will be done on an open, competitive process, and the project will be selected upon 4 criteria. First of all, the technology and the extent to which it is more or less disruptive. Disruptive is a little bit ambitious. The extent to which the project has innovation, has a nice technology, proven technology. Second criteria, it would be of course, the financial and economic viability of the project. Third is going to be the feedback of the market. Our first goal is to attract those startups that are already selling a product in their markets of origin. So the feedback of the market is already there because they are already selling. That being said, we do not exclude those projects that are at earlier stages of their process of development. But what we require is that they already have some input of the industry, that what they are presenting and that they're trying to develop is sensible. It makes sense. It can be real. So we need that feedback from the industry, at least that feedback. And finally, we will be looking for the management team. We don't require the CEO of a startup from a foreign country to come to Spain and set up himself the shop here. But we require him to bring someone sufficiently senior from the team to set up the shop here and take off the project in Spain. We need that seniority. So we will be looking for, those 4 type of criteria when selecting the project. We have no bias in terms of sectors. In the sense that we are not verticalizing. This is a very small, and it's a pilot project that is meant to grow, but still we are in a pilot phase, so we didn't know what we were going to get. So we are not, as I say, biased in terms of sectors. We are accepting any kind of sector. What we require is what I already said in terms of criteria. The winning projects will be 10, and the people that will be there selecting, a key role will be played by Barcelona Activa and Madrid International Labs, the incubators, the ones that will be brewing you and your project. So that would be, they will not be the only ones, because as I said, the Ministry of Employment and Social Security will be there, and the Ministry of Economy, but those would be, big shots when giving their voice and selecting. And once the winning projects are selected and communicated to the winners, we give 3 months for the entrepreneur to come and give, complement all the requirements to set up the business in Spain. So sufficient time for you to set up, do all the comply with all the requirements to set up the business, and sit you in the incubators in Madrid and Barcelona. And that's basically it. I think that the timing is particularly good. In the last few years, the Spanish startup ecosystem has been growing very, very fast in terms of startups taking off, in terms of working space, incubators, accelerators, co-working spaces that have been set up, and most importantly, in terms of the number of investors, national and international, that are increasingly interested in what they are seeing happening in Spain. And we wanted to give traction to that interest. Last year, 2015, showed a very strong momentum. More than 650 million euros flow to Spanish startups, where is a record number in terms of financing for our startups. And not only that, in terms of early stage financing, it grew more than around 170% compared to 2013. So fantastic flowing of capital to early stage. And also we see doubling the number of companies, startups that are being able to close funding rounds of more than 10 million. So we want to give that, give traction to that, guys. So we're very excited. The application for this year is already closed. More than 150 projects have already been presented. Half of those projects come from Latin American countries. The other half come from Europe. And 90%, more than 90%, are already startups selling products in their markets of origin. So next application will be open around March, February. So stay tuned, because as I say, we are very excited. The response so far has been tremendous. So thank you so much. And if you want me to ask any questions, we have a booth there, ICEX, and I will be most glad to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for this interesting talk.